Hi, welcome to Accelerated Engineering. This is the tutorial on the if function and a related bit of humor at the end. If you were looking for a tutorial on a different function, let me know in the comments so that I can get started on that. So the if function is a classic bit of Excel logical processing. The if function, as seen here, has three major components or sections within the function. First, there is a logical test, and that logical test must be an expression that can evaluate to either true or false. If it evaluates to true, then this function will output the value if true part, the second part. And if it evaluates to false, then it will output the last part, the value if false. There are plenty of ways to apply this, and we'll do some fun things with it, but I came up with three problems ranging from easy to hard that can be solved using the if function. And they all depend on this range of numbers on the side, which I'm using to simulate test scores or exam marks or something like that. So the easy one is we just want to know which numbers are greater than 60. Who passed this exam? I can type in equals if and open my parentheses. It says first thing I need is a logical test. Well, what I want to know is this cell right here greater than 60? And if it is greater than 60, I'm going to output true. And if it is less than 60, I'm going to output false. That's all I'm looking for. Enter. It says, the first one, true. It's greater than 60. That's kind of what we expected. I'll click and use the intelligent grip and identify, oh, here's one that's false. Yep, 52. Here's one that's false, 59. Here's a couple more at the bottom. And that's exactly what we expected this function to do. It's working absolutely perfectly. The intermediate one, well, there's a couple of conditions here. We need to know which scores are greater than 65 and less than 80. In order to do this in an if function, we're going to make the logical test just a little bit more detailed. This requires a subfunction or a subtest called and what we're going to check is this score greater than 65, comma, and is this score less than 80? There we go. And what the AND function does is it tests to see if both conditions are true, and it will output true if that is the case. If that's true, we're going to say that the output is true, and if it's false, we're going to do the output is false again, just to keep things nice and simple. Hit enter, and it goes, oh, the first one is not within this range, because 88 is greater than 80. And if I take this all the way down and pick a couple of values, here's a true one. 77 is between 65 and 80. 76 is between 65 and 80. And there's a whole bunch of falses. Either way, this works. That's the intermediate one. Now, for the hard one, and this gets a lot trickier pretty quick, what we want to do is we want to grade these marks. And the way that I'm going to grade it is using some letter grades. I'm going to pick some arbitrary numbers. I'll say equals if this grade is greater than 90, the value I want to output if it's true is an A. This student received an A. And for now, I'm just going to put a placeholder false in here and see if that part works. Of course, the first one is not an A, but let's see who my A students are. I've got 3. There's one, there's one, there's one. Okay. But I don't want just A's, I also want my B's. So I'll just edit this in the formula bar. I'm going to replace this value of false with an entire another if function nested within the first one. In here, I'm going to put if that same value is greater than, I don't know, let's say 80, well then we're going to give them a B. And if it's not that, then we're going to go false. Just check my parentheses are all closed, enter. Oh, my first student on this list got a B. I'll drag them all the way down, and now I can see I've got a couple more B's, about 3 of them. Okay. Well, we can keep nesting this all the way down, in each case replacing false with another condition. And in this case, I'm going to just speed through this. Click less than 70. I don't know if that's how actual grades work, but we're going to go with it. Add a C. Click and drag. Let's see. We'll add, actually, we're just going to say that anybody else who didn't get at least, well, that doesn't seem very fair. We're going to lower our passing grade back down to 60. And we're going to say that anybody who didn't get above a 60 just does not pass, they fail. We'll expand this all the way through. And yep, got a couple of fails, A's, B's, and C's for all the rest of them. You can nest a lot of if functions, reasonably more than you'll ever use. There are better ways and more clever techniques to fill out a similar function, but if is one of the most common and popular and kind of the easiest to understand and the easiest to build up on. And yeah, that's the if function. This concludes the tutorial. If you're still here, you must endure the joke, because that's the rules. Or at least it would have been the rules if I could find a good joke depending on the word if. That was actually funny. Instead, I have linked in the description the poem If by Rudyard Kipling, the engineering poet. If you thought of a good if joke, leave it in the comments, and consider subscribing for more content like this.